Esther's Reboot Challenge, Day 11. I had been worried about it, believing that many students were not familiar with online events. But it was an unnecessary concern. The students who participated in Learning Lab from their home joined the conversation comfortably, and they quickly became familiar with each other over the internet, while introducing themselves and asking questions. Sometimes their family members inadvertently made short appearances in the background, and this added more fun to the whole session. The atmosphere of the event was particularly unique to the offline alternatives because overseas students could mix with students from local cities, something that would have been impossible if they are all required to travel to Seoul for the event. Encouraged by the successful Learning Lab event, MKYU went on to successfully hold the freshman welcoming ceremony online in May 2020. By utilizing YouTube Live, about 500 new students pledged the admission auth in real time, participated in orientation, and asked diverse questions about college life. Even though it was an online event, their feedback was very positive. Many of them expressed how they felt their hearts warming when pledging their admission auth, and how they felt choked up when they realized that they were going back to college. It was an online ceremony that created just as much anticipation and excitement as an offline one would have. MKYU decided to offer all classes and meeting online from now on. This shows how we started finding measures, small as they may be, to fill the gap between contact and non-contact gatherings. At the same time, I am also scheduling more virtual paid speeches to reach more people and generate revenue again. That is the best way that I have found to make the one and a half hour on stage speeches that I had always wanted to. Instead of offering 15-minute long YouTube videos, it would have been a difficult challenge to take up if the value and impact of non-contact events hadn't become as similar in-person events as they are now. Connect with the world the way BTS has. I am now a woman in my late 50s. It was not too long ago that I had little interest in the digital world, but the changes brought by the coronavirus forced me to pay attention to it. My digital skills were just enough to feel comfortable using word processing programs and uploading them to social media. In fact, it would have been more accurate to say that I used those apps and programs without really knowing that they were part of digital technology. I thought, what would have happened to me had there not been digital technology? What a great grief! If there were no platforms such as Zoom or YouTube, I wouldn't have been able to speak online, let alone offline. I also wouldn't have been able to protect my employees or my own livelihood. We cannot live the way we used to in the no-contact era. The only way to connect us is online. The internet continuously connects us to the world as we work, be people, and buy daily necessities. We have moved on to what some people call the untapped, sharpened online contact era, where we are all connected through online platforms. The concept of untapped which describes how people can build and enjoy deeper connections online, quickly changed everything that we had thought to be impossible into possible. There is no better example of how far an on-tech mindset can take us than the most famous K-pop group, BTS. To make the most of a horrible situation in which all concerts were cancelled, BTS decided to stream a live performance for all audiences who wanted to attend. There would be no live in-person audience, but the concert did allow for fans from all over the world to stream the show. Bang Bang Con, the live, recorded over 50 million views and 2 million concurrent viewers in a span of 24 hours. Fans individually logged on to BTS's community platform Weverse from their rooms, connected their light sticks called Army Bombs to Bluetooth to display different colored lights as they cheered for the band. And it looked as though all the fans from around the world were gathered together in one place, cheering as one for the artist. It was reported that about 500,000 army bombs from 162 regions around the world were linked together during the concert. It was a marvelous event that simultaneously connected millions of fans across borders by using on-tech technology. Rave viewers began pouring in immediately after the concert, some suggesting that BTS had created a new way of performing in the non-contact era. Art exhibitions used to be something that you enjoyed in person, but now museums and galleries are adopting on-tech technology to shift on online exhibitions. The Sabina Museum developed a program to make exhibitions available through virtual reality, VR, and to date, the museum has produced a total of 29 VR exhibitions. As of March 2020, the number of VR views increased tenfold from the previous month. The department store industry took a direct hit by the coronavirus, but the industry is also joining in this change. In April 2020, Hyundai Department Store hosted the first digital live fashion show, sans audience, and broadcast live on the internet. The show was staged to have designers of the brands that were showcased in the fashion show make an appearance and explain their products and fashion trends all online. Thank you.